Oh god, this is not good at all. I'm gonna have to put it here, I think, if this is even gonna work. It's because I've got to rotate the phone. Alright, yes, people. What is going down? It's MC Noble. Yeah, this is gonna be the issue. It's because for some reason when you go live on YouTube, you've got to rotate the phone. So annoying, because once you do that, like where I originally had the camera, it blocked the view. Just don't even go there. So welcome back to another vinyl video. It's been a while since we've done one of these vinyl videos. I did a vinyl video not too long back, and I went through a collection of some of my house music vinyls, as I've got a big collection of house. Sadly, my phone's playing up, and for some reason it won't let me record videos for long. It's saying the storage is full, even though for I don't even know how long I've had like videos deleted, and it just doesn't seem to work. It's like it's errored it for some reason. So anyway, so I thought the only way to really do this is to do it live, and we've got some new vinyl. I've actually brought myself, not that it was a hard thing to do, but yeah, I've actually brought myself to buy some new vinyl. And actually, while we're on the situation of buying new vinyl, I did actually buy some a while ago that I forgot about, and I never made a video on it, so let me just get them. Yeah, I actually forgot about these, and it'll give me the chance to have a little rant while we're on camera as well. Actually, we'll get over these ones first, and then we'll go on to the new ones. But yeah, so basically today, for the first time properly in I don't know how long, I actually bought some vinyl. And yeah, I haven't properly bought vinyl since January, when I bought a bulk load off of a friend. He was selling about 100 to 200 plus like loads of hard dance and stuff. And since then, I've never really bought any, and I've had reasons really for not buying them. The first one being is just before Christmas I ordered some vinyl off Discogs, and yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, it for some reason sent it to my old address, even though I changed my address on the postage, and my old address, they sent them forward to me, and for whatever reason it just took an absolute ball ache. Took absolutely weeks, and it got to the point where I actually thought I've just either been ripped off here, or something's happened with the postage, and you know they're just never gonna come. So it kind of put me off using them. And to be fair, it's a little bit of a dear website, I'm not gonna lie. It soon adds up, and especially when you're paying for postage, your vinyl records add up. So yeah, so to cut the story short, I haven't really enjoyed using that website lately. I will use it again. I'm certain I will, but just at the moment I hadn't been interested. And then the second reason was, I was going to a local record shop. He's actually probably about 20 minutes away from my house, and it's quite a really nice little record shop. It's been there for years, and you literally go down some stairs into almost like an underground, and it's just this like man cave full of CDs, records, and to be honest, there's just so much. However, we'd gone into lockdowns and things again, so obviously his shop had closed, and this guy, you know, he normally sort of like lets me know. He normally says, "Hey, look, you know, I've ordered a whole load of new dance records have come in." you know. So I'll go and have a look. So normally what I was doing is I was kind of going in sort of like maybe sort of like once a month, once every couple of months, just, you know, so I could give him chance to get some new stuff in. But with the lockdowns and stuff, I knew he obviously wouldn't have been really getting anything much in. So I bit the bullet today, and I happened to be walking past, and I thought, do you know what? I've got to just have a look in. It's, you know, it's been too long. So I had a look in, and I come across a couple of finds. There was not much, to be honest. There was there was one record that tempted me. I do already have it. I was tempted to buy it though because it was a United Nations, You and Me, and I've had it for quite a while. But I ordered it off Discogs and it came not in the original sleeve. And the guy who was selling the version in the shop, he had the original sleeve. So I was so tempted just to get it just so I could have the sleeve and then I could sell the other United Nations one on, you know, for people. Because I'm when it comes to my vinyl, like, I mean, at the moment it is a little bit messy at the moment, and I need to have a sort out with it. But I do like to have all the you know the sleeves and the artwork and stuff. So yeah, so I bit the bullet. Anyway, cutting the story short, and I bought some new records. But what I had forgotten is a while ago I was in a second-hand shop and I come across a couple of 7-inch finds. So we'll get them out of the way first. So first off, we've actually got Grand Piano, and this is really good. This is it's almost like a mega mashup of loads of classic rave piano sounds, and I actually found the 12-inch version of this, believe it or not, the other day. Sorry, today in the record shop, which I was certain it was the same as what I had. You know, same as what I had on the 7-inch, and I was actually right. And this threw me when I put this on my turntable. It was just, I was like, whoa, this sounds wicked, and it was just loads of classic like rave break and piano sounds. Oh, see, every time I get a notification, the phone's gonna fall. But yeah, so this has loads of rave breaks on it. Sounds wicked. Next up, we've got Two Unlimited, and this is the Magic Friend, and it has a mega mix on it as well. So you've got to love second-hand shop finds. Not gonna lie to you. Sometimes you just, you know, a lot of people say, you know, you're not gonna find out in second-hand shops, and you know, I will be completely honest with you. You go in second-hand shops, you are more than likely to find like I don't know, like Elvis Presley and, you know, people from like back in the 60s, the Rolling Stones, you know, and sort of like classic stuff and, you know, like old stuff, as opposed to, you know, you aren't really going to go in a second-hand shop and, you know, you aren't going to find a Tidy Boys collection. Although I did find that in a second-hand shop once and I didn't buy it, and because I couldn't afford it at the time, and I was going to go back a few days later and I never did, and I sort of bit my tongue really there, and yeah, I screwed up. But you know, sometimes you can find stuff in second-hand shops. So if you are in a second-hand shop and you do collect vinyl yourself, just have a look. Just, you know, you might find a lot of Elvis and Top of the Pops and all the old, you know, stuff like that. But just go through the pile, because you know that some people that aren't really into music, they might have got a bundle of records at some point, and there might have just been a couple of dance tunes thrown in, and maybe they're not dance tunes people, so maybe they're not into them. And time goes on, and maybe they've got older, and they're not really into records, so they don't really know much about them, or you know, they maybe just even got them given, so they just take them to the second-hand shop. I just want rid of them, and there could be a dance tune amongst it, and you know, you go through that pile in the second-hand shop, you might find it, you never know. So this is where the rank comes in. So I was in the second-hand shop, and I thought, wicked, 7-inch version of Rhythm is a Dancer. I was quite buzzed about this. This was probably one of the more exciting ones at the time in the shop, because obviously this Grue piano, I didn't really know what was on it. But this was like, yeah, Rhythm as a Dancer, it'll be quite cool to have this in the collection. It's a house classic. So I take it out without even realising, without even looking. So I just take it out, put it on, get ready to play it. And it's actually got Big Fun, Blame It on the Boogie on instead of actual Rhythm as a Dancer. And it always pays when you're in a second-hand shop to check the sleeves, because you don't know what could be in them. And like this was in the Rhythm as a Dancer sleeve, and you know, the person that brought it into the shop, it might have had Blame It on the Boogie in it anyway, and the people at the second-hand shop might not have even checked it properly. So just check, because like I say, you never know what is due to be on it, or what might be in it. And you know, it's the same with CDs as well. If you get them from second-hand shops, just always check inside the case that there is a disc in there, or it's the right disc, because for all you know, it might not be. You know, you might have the wrong disc in there. Or for me, in one case, I bought a Bassline CD where there was supposed to be a disc 1, a disc 2, and a disc 3, and there was only a disc 3 in the CD. And for whatever daft reason, I didn't check the CD at the time, and I think I'd got home and maybe I'd got quite busy, so it maybe have even been a couple of days before I even played the CD. So by that point, I had no receipt, so I was kind of screwed. But anyway, I got these a fair while back now, couple of months back maybe. But there we are, couple of 7-inches. Now today, I went to the second-hand. Second-hand shop. I went to the to my local vinyl shop, Disc Discovery, and I come across these purchases. Not as many as I thought I was gonna find. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't see, like, or there was stuff there that I recognised from before. That, you know, there was some stuff there I already had. There was some tunes that, for me, you know, I'm trying to get stuff that I recognise and know. That's kind of my aim of the game with records for me at the moment. You know, I mean, there's probably a lot of tunes that I know that I just don't recognise by name and title. So I'm trying to get everything that I sort of recognise, and all the tunes that I love. And then I will be going back and getting sort of songs from labels where I maybe don't recognise them. So I picked up 3 12-inches and 2 7-inches. Now, so this one, the first 7-inch, is an classic 808 State. Now, I've loved 808 State. They played a big part in rave music, and this is In Your Face with the Leo featuring the Ragman edit. So 808, they do some classic tunes, and according to the guy in the record shop, it's quite rare actually, and it's quite hard to come across. So he didn't actually do me all that too cheap. So the second 7-inch here is Grue Josh Infinity. This is the original one. There was one that was done in 2008, and the 2008 one is a bit more modern, whereas this one is the original one, the one from the 1990s. And we've got the Space Saxophone mix, and we've got the Time for Guru mix. So again, this is just a classic tune. The what do you call it, the sort of like melody within the whole track is just something else. And I've always loved it. I'm gutted in a way that it wasn't a 12-inch, but I'll probably get the 2008 version. I think it was it the Class 2008 mix, I think it was, or it's someone and Grue Josh. So I will probably get the newer version as a 12-inch and keep this one as a classic 7-inch. So next up we've got DJ Supreme, the Wild Style, and there's a Clubheads hardstyle mix. So there's a nice hardstyle mix on here as well. We've got the Sharp something remix, we've got the Clubheads remix, and we've got the Supreme Ego remix as well. So there's some nice versions in here, and DJ Supreme, the Wild Style, is a good tune. There was also a version that got mixed with the Pawn Kings, so it was something that I thought, you know what, I've got to have this. It's quite a classic tune in itself, and you know, it'd be rude not to have it. So there we go. Now next up, we've actually got this tune, which is Drunken Monkey, and this is yeah. Now I never even thought about this tune being on vinyl, to be honest, and now I realized it was. I was like, do you know what? That's actually pretty cool that it's on vinyl. So I'm quite impressed, to be honest with you. So if you don't know what this is a sort of like a Clubland sort of tune that takes a sample from the Usher tune, Yeah, which is that do 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 do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so it takes the sample from that, and it just makes a bit more of a Clubland tune. You know, like the same guy did a song called E, the E, and it takes the sample from one of the Eminem tunes. That do 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 do. But yeah, this guy didn't really do many tracks though that I'm aware of, and I was a little bit like, when I saw this on vinyl, I was like, well, yeah, it probably did get released on vinyl, but just for that first few seconds, I was like, whoa, this tune on vinyl. So I was like, I've got to have this. This is golden. And then finally, last but not least, we've got a white label record that says System F on it. So System F are known for doing a tune called Cry and a tune called Out of the Blue. And I thought this was going to be a remix of a System F tune. And that's why I got the record, because I thought, yeah, that's what it's got to be. So I put the record on actually not long ago, and yeah, I just put one side on, played it, got this nice trance tune. So I thought, yeah, this is System F as I know it. So I thought I'd put the other side on. I thought, yeah, the other side might be the same tune but a different version of it, might have a vocal or something on it. So I put the other side on. And this R&B song came in that was just absolutely weird. Like some really weird, like slow sort of R&B song came on. And then I realised there's actually two tracks on each side of the record. So I went back to the original side where the trance tune was, and I went to the second tune on that side. And what I found was really weird, and I thought, of all like things, like, I don't know, like, it's just so weird that it's on a record, but I've never heard of it in my life before. Like I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. So I put the other side on, and it's a remix of Stardust. The music sounds better with you, but it's got the vocal to a classic R&B song called Teardrops, and it was like a mashup. And I'm thinking that, like, the thing what threw me off about this is I was thinking, yeah, this is like gonna be a white label trance sort of remix vinyl. System F, you know, they did Cry and Out of the Blue, and the fact that it had like an R&B song, and then it had like a mashed up house tune on it as well, really threw me. So I was a little bit like, whoa, this is crazy. But this is why I love vinyl records. And this is why I also, in some sense, picked up the white label, because, yes, because you don't know what's on it. And the thing is, you can have something so rare that someone might not have. So I can now be doing a vinyl mix. I can be mixing my house, and then boom, I throw in this, the music sounds better with you. People think they know it. They're like, yeah, the music sounds better with you. What a tune. And then suddenly it's got this different vocal on it. And the fact is they can ask me what the tune is, and I couldn't even tell them, because all I know is it just says System F on the vinyl. So I don't know who's done the mashup. I don't know who's done the remix. And sometimes that is the art of music. And this is what I love about vinyl. You've got so many white labels, that, you know, there might not even be many of them, and you just come across them, and then boom, you've got them, and that is like literally it. Do you know what I mean? And you don't know what's on them, and this is just the whole point of it. You put it on the record player, in time, and it's just gonna throw you. And the thing about it is, as well, is I'll probably even forget what's on it. So in a couple of years to come, or a couple of months even, I'll come across the record again, see System F, and think, oh, I wonder what these are going to be. And then I'll play them again, and it'll just completely, and utterly throw me away. And it'll just be wicked. So there we go. But that's, my updates on vinyl. So like I say, I've not really been buying any lately, and I want to get back into it, but I'm a little bit torn at the moment, because I've got a bit of a dodgy turntable, and I think what it is I think I'm just buying the wrong like head shell. So basically, my needle went. I bought a new head shell, and I got the same one as the one I got before, but it's like the head shell's too weak, and it's like the head shell's too, like it's not strong enough to support the tone arm itself. Like it's too weak and cheap. So basically, when you're like queuing your record up, it's like the needles skipping back grooves, and you've got to be so careful when you like queuing up your record. You've got to do it so slow and careful, because any roughness and that needle will just move back. So it's like you'll get your track ready, and you'll be at your cue. You'll be pulling it backwards and forwards to cue it up. You're about to drop it in, and then the needle skips back a couple of grooves, and you miss your cue, and it puts your mixing completely out of focus. And it's just kind of annoying me, to the point where I don't even want to mix my vinyl. And I love my vinyl even more than my CDJs. But lately, I've just not wanted to mix it. And I do, at some point, I do want to actually upgrade my vinyl, and I do want to redo it, and get update my turntables. Sorry, I would love to update my turntables, and get some new ones at some point. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the new vinyl anyway. That's gonna add on to the collection. I'll be getting close to 1,000 records now. Very close. I was close, but what turntables am I using? I'm using these old Sonys. I got them really cheap from a friend. And like I say, the turntable I've got set up, because I've got one that stays plugged in, and the other one doesn't stay plugged in because it doesn't fit on my shelf, or on my DJ stand, if you like. So I keep it unplugged. But the one that stays plugged in works fine, and it's got a bit of a better head shell on it. But the one I've got here, it's just over on my bed. I won't get it, but it's got a head shell on it. I only paid about 16 quid for the head shell, but it's just like it's not strong enough for the tone arm. And when I put the head shell from this record player on that other record player, I've got no issues at all. So it's you know, it's almost like that head shell just is too weak for it. And I have, you know, adjusted the weight, and I've moved stuff around on it, and I have got it somewhat to work better, but it just doesn't work that well. And you can't really do, like, you can't do live streams and stuff with it, really, because, like, it's just so, like, you know, you're about to cue your track up, and then it's like the needle skips back grooves, and it like completely throws you off, you know, what you're mixing. Hard dance, it doesn't matter too much, you can still sort of get it in, but you know, with house tunes, them extended remixes, when you're coming into an end, like you bring the next one in. So if you're out of cue, like, it's gonna sound all weird and dodgy, and it just doesn't work too well. So it's a bit gutting, really, but I do want to update my turntables at some point, so I will be doing that at some point, most definitely. But what can I say? Sometimes you just gotta go with what you've got. You know, but yeah, it's, you know, other than that, they're a decent pair of turntables, to be honest. It's just they are quite old, you know, they are very old. I wouldn't, you know, I mean, I'd recommend them, like, if you are just starting out, you know, they're good to start out learning to mix vinyl on, and you know, you can get them fairly cheap enough now, but it's just, in some sense, you need to watch, really, and you know, that, you know, when you get a bit more into it, when you get better at mixing, you do want to upgrade, to be completely honest with you, and stuff like that. So I will be upgrading at some point, most definitely. It's just more a case of when, you know. Most definitely. But yeah, we've got some new records here anyway. So, like I say, my camera on my phone has been playing up. So I just thought, you know what, I'll come live and I'll show off the new records itself. So I thought, yeah, let's do so. But anyway, I'm going to cut this one here because my phone is getting low as well. And I'm going to get sorted, get it on charge. So thank you for tuning in. Obviously, some people will watch this like after it's been live, so they'll still see what we've got. So reminder: Drunken Monkey, DJ Supreme, System F, 2 Unlimited, and stuff like that. There was also Guru Josh, 808 State. So we've had some bangers, most definitely, and there will be more to come, most definitely. More bangers to come. So like, comment, share. Peace out, people. Okay.